Guys, UFC 289 is this weekend, and my partners, DraftKings Sportsbook, are offering new customers $200 in bonus bets instantly. All you have to do is sign up using the promo code Sonnen and bet just $5. That's right, new customers can bet just $5 on any of this weekend's fights and receive $200 in bonus bets instantly. Use the $200 in bonus bets on DraftKings Same Fight Parlay. This is going to give you a shot for an even bigger payout. Combine multiple bets together from the same fight, including number of rounds and method of victory. The more bets you combine, the more money you can win. If sports betting is not yet available in your state, don't worry. You can still join in on all the fun with DraftKings Daily Fantasy with the chance to win huge cash prizes. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now. New customers, use promo code SON and bet just $5 on any wager and get 200 in bonus bets instantly. That's promo code SON and only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Oh, I can feel my blood boiling, and I really don't enjoy that. I really don't enjoy red face, vein popping out Chael as much as you might think that I do. But there are some things, I've heard kids call them triggers before. There's some things that you hear that just get you going, and it's hard to come down from it. I've been asked, and I've sidestepped giving a prediction or even a breakdown or even a thought about Amanda's upcoming fight with Aldana. I don't believe I've ever done it. If I did do it, it was begrudgingly, and I didn't put my best effort in it. And that would be evident of the fact that I don't even remember doing it. I don't think I did. The reason I don't do it is I get so pissed off when I even think about the division. There has to be some level of, if you guys don't care, quit forcing me to watch it. I mean, there has to be an element of that. I come from big fan of amateur sport. I watch, wrestling would be a fine example. It's all amateur, right? There's no professional level. But I don't remember a wrestling event, and I do mean ever, where when I looked forward to it and when I counted it down and when I knew it was coming, right? We used to have something called the USSR. It's before the breakup of the Soviet Union. Well, you might not even know what the Soviet Union is. Before Russia was Russia, and we used to have dual meets where the USSR would come over and they would take on the Americans. And it was a really special thing. We didn't do a lot of them, but they were awesome for me, who's a wrestling fan. And I only would use that as an example because of all the other wrestling shows that I've ever watched. Flow, Rudis, USAW versus USSR. It's wrestling. They advertise wrestling. There's not a whole lot of fans. There's me and then a few other people are going to be in the crowd. It's not great business. It's why it's not done all of that often, but we're there for wrestling. That's not a disguise. They force us 100% of the time to watch something else. It never fails. You tune in to watch wrestling. It's supposed to start at 3 o'clock. It's 3 o'clock. And they bring out the local neighborhood dancing with batons, and it's not wrestling. They bring you something else, and you have to watch it. I was in an event live. Well-known tournament, Henry DeGlon Challenge. It wasn't advertised to the world. It was just a house show. It was whoever was there. And the only people there for the finals were fellow competitors who had been eliminated and who aren't in the finals. That's it. There was no one else there. And when the main finals start, sure, they bring in, there's like 11-year-old girls, and there was something about a dragon, like they were dressed in this costume that I trust they made. It was this long dragon tail, and it took like 10 of them to hold it up. It was breathed fire. It wasn't the world's worst show. Why do I have to watch it? It was never discussed. When I came here tonight, there was no discussion. This isn't a treat. This isn't an added bonus. If it was, I would have known it was going to happen. If you had something that was part of your show that was a bonus, you would have advertised it. You would have attempted to market and promote it and sell tickets due to it. But any wrestling event you've got to watch this other crap. And I bring it to you because There was talk of selling the 125-pound men's division. There was talk of that. We all believe, in fact, that those rumors are true. Nobody's denied them on either side. The one that was rumored to purchase it or the one that was rumored to be selling it. And one guy came forward, and only one. One guy stepped up and said, no. We can be interesting. We can be different. This division matters, and I'm willing to defend it. And that was Henry Cejudo. That is also the only person that was under contract back at the time that I'm telling you it was discussed being sold. That is the only person who is still under contract, not to mention championship level and a main eventer. He's the only guy. So for all the rest of them that were here that didn't step forward, that didn't care, or didn't know how to show they care, didn't have any ability to do anything, they're all gone, and they should be. They're going to sell your division and you don't do anything to stop it. You should not be here. And none of them are. So now I'm getting asked to speak about Amanda's division. And I can't do it without getting pissed off. Because she's got 2 titles. Which means not only do we have a division that needs to care, we have 2. We have whatever this number is of support, of fans, of participants, of trainers, of coaches, of moms, dads, brothers, sisters, friends, neighbors, school, classmates, times 2. Whatever this is, times 2. And I have never seen anyone in either of those 2 divisions call Amanda out. There's not a single competitor who has called dibs, if you will, on the winner of Aldana versus Amanda. There's not a single match that's happened, is signed to have happened, or we could speculate is going to happen, where the contestants within that match have come out and told the media this is the number 1 contenders match. Hey, if I win this match, if I win this one, that's it. That's enough, and I'm fighting her. And you know what? If any of them said that, they would get the fight. And that isn't some breaking news by Chael. This actually precedes Amanda and goes back to Chris Cyborg. If you wanted to be the opponent for a world title fight, you had to be able to raise your hand and fog a mirror. That was it. There was no other requirement. You did not have to have a winning record. You didn't even have to be in the organization. They'd sign you and bring you in. You didn't even have to have won your last fight. Could you say with a levelly straight face, I want to do it, I think I have a chance, and then could you prove that you were alive? Then you got the fight. I'm not breaking news to you. This isn't a situation where the girls at 35 and 45 don't know. They all know it. That's why they don't do it. That's my point. They don't say they want to fight Amanda because they know that would get them the fight with Amanda. So you end up in the situation of, why do I have to watch this? Why are you forcing me to watch it? They don't care. Much like the 25-pounders, they had one guy step forward and say it mattered. All the rest of them are gone, but they should be, right? You would understand that. You would understand why we can't have you here anymore. So now we've got women at 45 and 35, and they haven't called for it. You want to know what else? You want to know what else really gets me worked up, right? It's the cowardliness within the division. And nobody ever wants to take it on because it's the women's division. I'm not a whole lot different, quite frankly. But since I know that my producer, Ryan, is going to title this with something to do with the women's title fight, I know nobody's going to see this anyway. I'm over here largely wasting my breath. And it's a very interesting spot when I talk about the cowardliness, because if Amanda goes down, you can bet your ass on Monday you're going to have a whole bunch of girls that found their courage. You're going to have girls at 45 and 35 that went and saw the Scarecrow, right? Believe me when I tell you. Where are they now? They're quiet. They don't think Aldana's going to win. They believe Amanda's going to win. They don't want to fight Amanda. None of them. In 2 different divisions. This isn't new, by the way. By the way, if your name is not Juliana Pena, you are not safe from any of the critique that I'm giving. But you're also not just in a division where you reluctantly could find yourself in a title fight. You're in a position where you reluctantly could find yourself in a title fight at the top of the bill that we're all going to be forced to watch. I don't want to see somebody fight that doesn't want to fight. For me, that's gross. I can remember being a little kid and two people are squaring and you got the crowd and they're pushing and one guy doesn't want to go out there. That's gross. The women have made it massively clear they don't want to do this. And more frustratingly, if Aldana gets the jump on her, they're all going to be coming out. Well, where are you girls at today?